1,000 Butterflies in You by Livejoker. How do you know you're living your best life? Is it when you believe you've reached the ceiling of happiness? Or is there more beyond what you can touch? That's what ran through my head as I looked at you. It was like any other day where my whole attention was yours, yet you were oblivious to the fact. I kept staring, wishing you noticed my pathetic attempt of giving you a hint. That's why I'd come into work. I could go elsewhere with better pay, better benefits, but you wouldn't be there, so I stayed, wondering when my best friend would get courageous enough to speak first. We had as much of a grip on social cues as our clammy hands would allow, meaning not much. When our eyes did meet, yours would go down. Mine would dart away towards a nearby window. I'd notice the gray clouds, and when I'd look back at you, I'd see the most beautiful sunshine. I found myself thinking that way a lot and chuckled whenever I caught myself doing so. It felt as if I was part of some schoolyard romance play. I was so lost in my train of thought that I had forgotten about the butterflies flying in my stomach. There were thousands of them, and each wing flapped because of you. Even if the feeling made my heart dance, it made me nauseous. The stress was growing with no valve to let out the pressure. It made me feel uncomfortable, not knowing what love felt like. Was it actually love? Surely, it's never this intense. My knees began to go weak, and I placed my hands against the counter that I was standing behind. A few customers gave me a curious glance, but nothing more. You were different. Your eyes were glued onto me. Worry painted over them. An uncertain step followed another as you made your way towards me. My legs began shaking as the object of my desires finally noticed me at the worst moment possible. I remember seeing the countertop far closer than I'd like, and then the whole room quickly disappearing after that. I groaned as my head throbbed. I could hear murmurs like the wings of 1,000 butterflies, those same ones in my stomach. They all flapped together, drowning into a sea of noise. One stood out, and it had your voice. I could hear it soothe away my pain. You were giving me more than your attention. You were giving me everything that I wanted. Then I smiled, realizing that none of us made the first move. Love did.